Hello and welcome to Recursive Gaming. This is the first episode in my new playthrough for Dragon Age Inquisition. I plan on bringing a really exciting playthrough for you guys. Let's go ahead and get this started. I want to show you what we're going to be working with in this playthrough really quick. So we're going to be playing as an elf because I want the 25% to ranged defense. That is going to make us a lot more tanky, and you end up taking, I think, most of your damage from ranged abilities and ranged damage, as opposed to the one bonus ability point that you get from being a human, which is very nice, but that ranged defense is too good to pass up, so we're going to take that. Okay, we're going to be playing an elf. I'm going to go for what I think is the hardest class to play in the game. I have beat the game with literally every other option. I've played as a rogue archer and beat the game, two-handed warrior, tank warrior, and mage. So this is the only one I have not used to beat the game, even though I have played with it a lot. Just never used it to beat the game because it does struggle a bit. It feels a bit clunky, and it's more difficult to play. In addition to the fact it takes a lot more ability points and gear to really make this class shine. That being said, it might be one of the most powerful classes once you get to a certain point, but it takes a while to get there. The mage, for instance, is very strong early on. Warriors, especially weapon and shield warriors, are very strong early on. These guys struggle quite a bit if you don't have abilities that build armor for yourself. These guys are extremely strong. These, just like mages, are very strong. And out of all of my playthroughs, I think Rogue Archer was the easiest one. You do just incredible damage. You can pair Rogue Archery abilities with the Shadow class or Shadow talent tree, as well as the Assassins. There's just lots of Rogue Archer builds that are a lot of fun and do a ton of damage. So we're going to do the Rogue Dual Wield and challenge ourselves, but at the same time we're going to have a lot of fun because once this build comes online, there's really no other playstyle like it in the game. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. We're going to do custom difficulty so we can add some trials. So we're going to go on the hardest difficulty, Nightmare. We are going to add even ground so that enemies are always at our level. We never out-level the enemies, and therefore go into content and just steamroll things. It's always going to be a challenge. This is going to help us level up faster as well, because enemies always staying at our level means we'll always get a lot of experience when we kill enemies. So it's going to help us level up, which is really useful when playing a class like the Dagger Rogue, because you need a lot of ability points and levels for the build to really come online and start to do what it's supposed to do. But once we hit that cap, once we have enough abilities to where our build is working the way we want it to, which should probably be maybe around level 10 or so, then I am going to enable Take It Slow, which takes the XP and halves it. So, or, cuts it in half. So with it taking a lot longer to level, then we can enjoy the game at, I guess, what I would consider the normal pace. So this is going to keep the game challenging, but also help us to level up faster, which we will mitigate once we hit a decent level with Take It Slow. We're going to do Grizzly End, and then we're going to do Rest Easy. This creates all Grizzlies you fight in the game, which there's only a few, but it turns them into raid bosses, which is kind of fun. Rest Easy. Basically, you don't restore ultimate energy, which is called focus, when you rest at a camp, which is fine with me. I can work around that. The rest of these, I did some research. I really don't want to enable the rest of these. It would just make the game ridiculously challenging. Yeah, you build your team around specific NPCs that you keep in your team. If you make them dislike you to where they don't want to group with you or they leave the team, that can really mess with your gameplay or mess with your run because you no longer have the team that you built. So, yeah. Friendly Fire. I have played Friendly Fire before, but I don't like it when I'm playing melee. And if you're playing a warrior, it's fine because if you build up a lot of armor, you're very tanky. But as a Dagger Rogue, the main reason this is one of the hardest classes to play is because you don't have damage mitigation. You don't have a barrier like mages do, and you don't have armor like warriors do. So friendly fire means you will be taking damage from your fellow NPCs that are supposed to be helping you, and it can make this from challenging to impossible. So it's not worth trying to play with friendly fire as a Dagger Rogue. You will have such a massively difficult time. It won't even be fun. okay? And you do want the game to still be fun. And I don't want to be taking 15 hours to do a 2-hour quest because I have to keep retrying because I keep dying. I don't want you guys to have to watch me go through that. So it's not that you can't play with friendly fire. It's just not worth the additional challenge. It takes it to ridiculous levels when you're playing a dagger rogue specifically. If I was playing a archer rogue, then I could probably make it work just fine. But yeah, trying to mitigate some of the challenge here because we are playing the most difficult class. So that's what we're going to be running with. Yeah, so let's do the character creation really quick and show you guys the intro. No, we're not going to import a custom world save. We're going to default world state. Alright, so I thought we were going to get started. It's not quite fully loaded yet. Hold on, one more sec. Oh, here we go. Finally it loaded. Took a while. Alright. Oh man, this part's always fun. Let's create a character. Customize. Some of the facial settings in this game are not good. That's decent. I kind of like that one better, maybe. Yeah, so I feel like it's either this one or this one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Skin tone. That's probably better. Complexion. Ooh, where's the scars and stuff? I want to turn off those scars. That one seems okay. We'll go with that. Eye color. No, we'll go with that. Hair. Not so sure I like that one. Okay. I kind of want to go with this, but the way it's the modeling, the textures and all that, it just yeah, it's not the best. What to go with, guys? Look at that. That's kind of funky right there. Looks really terrible. It's probably the best one. It's the simplest. We'll go with that. What color though? We can make the color interesting. We can go pure white. Oh, white eyebrows. No, thank you. I kind of like that. Let's go with that.
I just hope I can help.
Oh yeah, that's a good voice. Okay.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Don't want to mess with any of those. I'm not good at that sort of thing. Yeah, not good with any of that really. Well, hold on. Eyebrows? I guess they're okay. Yeah. Yep. I know if I try and make it better, it'll take me 2 hours and it'll just make it worse. So we're not going to bother. Okay. Here we go. Scars and tattoos. I'm going to take this all the way over and remove the scars. Not a big fan. Scar intensity. Sure. Horizontal position. Whatever. Tattoo design. Yeah, I do want to change the tattoo design. No. None of these. Let's see. This one. That's the one I want. Tattoo color, we will go for black. Okay. That's fine. We could try white and see if that's any good. Ha! Makes it invisible, basically. Yeah, we'll go with black. Okay. Alright. And makeup. This is something I don't normally mess with, but let's see. You turn lip color intensity down and the lip shine all the way down. It looks better in the game. Right now, it looks okay. But when you get in the game, any level of lip shine, if I remember correctly, looks absolutely ridiculous. Like their lips are basically glowing in the sunlight. So turn your lip shine all the way down to 0 if you want a realistic look, because any level of lip shine is ridiculous in this game. So I think that's the character, guys. It's not bad at all. Okay. So what's the name of the character going to be? Shadow Stealth Dagger Rogue. Do I know a good one? Yes, I do. What was his name? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I forgot the name of this character. I read the books too. Not all of them, just 2 or 3. Actually, 3 or 4. Oh. Hold on. I'm looking it up. I'm Googling D&D Dark Elf Rogue fictional character. Drow. What was his name? Drizzt. Drizzt Do'Urden. That's right. There we go. If you've read the books, let me know in the comments. Pretty sure that's not what he actually looked like. But, he is a Stealth Dagger Rogue, so it kind of fits. Pause it right now and then resume once it's done loading. These loading screens can take a while. Okay, we're back. I apologize for any FPS drop. This game does have kind of a problem with FPS drop sometimes. I've done a lot of work and I've put a lot of effort into trying to mitigate that as much as I can, but it can still be a thing.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
That's horrible.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
All those people. What would I be like in this situation? I'd be angry. I hadn't done anything wrong. Why am I in chains?
Whatever you think I did, I'm innocent.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then... yeah.
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that.
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
If I can help, I will.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can, whatever it takes.
All right. Well, let's get going.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
She's
Open
taking
the
me,
gate.
taking
We
me
are
to the
heading
rift.
into the valley.
This really is a beautiful game. I'll talk a little bit more once we're mostly just fighting and stuff and exploring, but during this story portions I'll try to be mostly quiet.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
I need to turn it up a little bit. It's a little bit too low.
Said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everyone followed back they wait.
Well, that's not good. Our first fight.
Stay behind me!
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up these swords over here. Not wanting to fight this thing with my bare hands. Thanks very much. Oh, okay, cool. She must have taunted it off me. Okay, so you're basically seeing what it means to be a dagger rogue. You let the tank while you try to hit stuff in the back.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
Alright. Calm down.
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
Yes, you should. Okay, so we do this
Take
thing
these potions. Maker knows what we will
by pressing the V key on the keyboard.
Where are all your
If you're using a controller, it would be
face. At
something
the
else.
forward camp or fighting. We are on our
Alright,
own
and then you keep
for
an eye
now.
on the mini-map, and it tells you where it is. And that's how you find stuff that's hard to find in the world. It's a lot like Witcher 3 if you've played Witcher 3. Okay, now we'll equip that. Okay. So, as the party leader, you always take the lead, obviously. But, like, you're always running ahead of your companions. And that's a problem when you're playing the Dagger Rogue, because you really don't want to get hit.
Watch
Like
out!
I was talking about before.
If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Yeah. Like I was talking about before, you don't have health, you don't have armor, which is really good. And as you can see on the top left, the picture of Cassandra, she's got armor on top of her health bar. You use abilities to generate that. Passives and active abilities generate armor, and so it makes surviving as a warrior in melee range much easier than as a rogue. You don't get any armor as a rogue. Also, we don't get any barrier like a mage does. So, playing a Dagger Rogue requires very careful positioning. You definitely got to make sure you use your companions to tank for you. And especially early on, it's difficult to do that effectively if you are the ones aggroing the enemy first. Like if you come up on the enemies and they see you, or if you get ambushed, and stealth is on cooldown, you might take enough damage that you die very, very fast. So, I saw something up here before the fight started. I want to go ahead and grab it. Right here, we got some iron. And some elf root. Elf root is really good because you use it to craft healing potions. On Nightmare difficulty, healing potions are extremely useful. You do take quite a bit more damage on the higher difficulty in this game. Definitely requires some game mechanics knowledge. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send my companion ahead of me instead of going first. So she takes the aggro, which is fine because she's got armor, so she can handle it.
From a distance.
Okay, so I'm going to stealth and come up on this guy from behind and hopefully do a lot of damage with my flanking ability, where I stag both daggers into his back, and that's how you play the rogue. Okay, so gotta reposition. I get damage bonus from flanking the enemy from behind. This one does basically double damage if you hit him from behind. If you don't flank the enemy with that ability, it does hardly any damage, and you might as well have not even used it. So, when it comes to Dagger Rogue, like, you have to be very aware of your positioning for sure. Not just to avoid damage, but also to do damage yourself. Okay. It's just a good habit to get into, to keep pulsing everywhere you go.
They're falling from the breach.
Yeah, I don't see anything over here. Okay. Remember, you don't want to take aggro, you want your companion to do it. So, press Y on the keyboard. It's down here, so whatever it would be on the controller. And I might play with the controller later, so... Alright, so taunted, good. Go ahead and stealth. You don't really need to stealth. It's not like it's going to aggro you until you attack it. But, it's just easier. Okay, there we go. And same thing for this one. Camera angle's a bit wonky. Okay. Boom. Nice. So there's also deflection mechanics in this game, where certain characters have armor or damage mitigation of certain types if you attack them from in front, and when you attack them from behind, they do not. So in general, no matter what class you play, it's actually good to flank the enemy because you'll land better damage that way. But yeah, Okay, go ahead. Just told her to go in. I'll stealth and come up on from behind one of these guys. You want to take out these guys. They actually do a lot of damage, believe it or not. They can take something up pretty quick. So she taunted this guy. So because I'm waiting for my ability, I'll go ahead and focus on him with my auto attacks. I don't want this thing to aggro me, right? As soon as it aggroes me, I'm in trouble. Like that, see? It just hit me. But I dodged with my stealth. Come around and end its life. That worked out pretty well. She took some damage, but she would have taken a lot more if we didn't do that correctly. So there should be something over here that I can pick up. I remember where a lot of the hidden stuff in the game is. Okay, nice. That gold is going to come in handy. Wait, there's more. Oh, it's up here. It's iron. Okay. Now, I don't necessarily need to be getting everything I see later in the game out in the world when it comes to iron and everything like that, but there are certain missions on the war table and stuff that require resources to complete, so getting that early on is going to help me level up and get those sweet ability points that I need to get this class rolling. So I need a minimum of, I think, 5 points, at least 5 points, to make this class feel decent. And I'll explain the ability points and how to use them and what to get on the Dagger Rogue when you're playing in a little bit. Okay, so I aggroed that thing, so I'm going to go ahead and stealth to drop aggro. And then go back to wailing on it. See, I was not flanking, I did half the damage.
Quickly, before more come through!
I only meet our companions.
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
So I can help.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be
bad modeling around the eyes.
Forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Oh man, Varric is my favorite companion out of all of them. He is hilarious. I really liked him in Dragon Age 2 as well. He's a holdover from Dragon Age 2. So yeah, he's a great character. Really funny. Nice crossbow.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
Thanks.
Then I owe you my thanks.
Thank me if we manage to close the breach without killing you in the process. Cassandra,
that's
you
deep.
should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
Oh man, good old Varric. He's great.
This way, down the bank.
So,
the road ahead is blocked.
Varric is my
We must
favorite
move
character,
quickly.
but as far as backstory goes, I actually like Solus the most. You find out through conversations with Solus that he is not who or what he appears to be. Don't want to give too much away, but Solus is hiding very, very important stuff. It's a really cool part of the story if you talk to him and the companions, and you find hidden stuff, and then you have secret conversations and stuff. His backstory is really cool when you find out who and what he is. And it doesn't even tell you straight out. It hints at it. And if you've played the other Dragon Age games, you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. But it has to do with the Fade.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker.
It has to do with the Fade, if that means anything to you. But yeah, Solus has a really cool backstory. So before we go into this fight, going to equip the Stiletto. It has 6% flanking damage bonus and a little bit higher DPS, which may not sound like much, but because our critical rate is so low, we don't have any additional critical rate yet. That critical damage bonus on the Highland Dirks is hardly ever effective. And while we're trying to flank as much as possible, this 6% flanking damage bonus is actually going to have a pretty good impact. So it's definitely worth doing that. Okay, so I'm going to quick save. Hold on. There we go. The little spinny thing down there at the bottom. So we're going to send our girl in first. You know how we do it. Okay, so it's teaching us how we can use the tactical. I probably won't be using this very often. I might use it sometimes, but for the most part, I'm going to try to avoid using it. But I will be pausing like this and giving orders. So, oh, girl. Switch targets, everybody. Cool. Actually, let's shatter this guy. There. So that shatter mechanic is because he was frozen. Yeah, there's certain abilities that will shatter it and do extra damage. And my flanking dagger attack is one of those abilities that has a shatter on it. Okay, so it didn't come after? Yeah, sometimes the AI in this game has issues, but that's mainly in a story mode, where you've got story stuff coming on. Or going on, I mean. That's mainly when it happens. When you're out fighting stuff in the world, normally there's no issues with the AI. But in story mode, where certain characters do cinematic things or they're supposed to take specific actions, then it can mess up a little bit. Not too bad, but as you saw just now, this enemy that we aggroed was just standing there not doing anything, so that's what I'm talking about. You won't see that very often. It's mainly here in the intro that you see something like that. Okay. So, it is worth getting all this extra stuff because we are on Nightmare mode. Nightmare mode does require better gear, and you get the better gear by crafting it, usually. You can find good gear, but it requires really difficult boss fights to get the good gear. And those are only possible if you have crafted good gear to be able to beat the boss. So, definitely worth getting all this extra stuff on Nightmare mode. Okay, looking around. I see something in there. Yes, I think I can go in there. Yep, without taking damage. Okay. I've jumped over the fire in the past and taken damage, but you don't actually have to take damage if you don't want to. Oh, there's one more thing. Looks like I do have to take some damage. I'm going to go ahead and quick save just in case. Wait. Ah! It's only cinematic. Maybe that's something they changed, or maybe you just never took damage at all. I thought for sure you did in the past, but maybe I'm wrong. It has been over a year since I played this game. Maybe even a year and a half. But like I said, I've put 354 hours into this game between single player mode and multiplayer, so I will have a lot of memories of the game, but either they've changed some things or I'm just remembering it wrong because it's been so long. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and quick save when we get close enough. Get in the habit of quick saving if you're playing on Nightmare. Just trust me on that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go help the mage who is taking a lot of damage that he shouldn't. I said she, but pretty sure Solus is a he. Anyways. And now I'm taking damage that I shouldn't. See, if I had my stealth ability still up, then I would not be tanking this thing. There we go. Come on, drop aggro. There we go. my turn. Good. Okay. Let's keep doing this. Oh, I wasted it on this. I could have shattered that guy. Oh well. We're in the beginning. It's not that difficult. Yet. Okay. Cool. Life Ward Amulet is nice. It'll definitely help. Okay, so I am going to equip that right away. That's going to make the boss battle when we get to the Cataclysmic Rift much easier.
You are Danish, but clearly
It is a
away
very
from the
difficult
rest of
fight
your
if you
clan.
haven't done it before.
Did they send you here?
What do you know of the Danish?
I have wandered many roads in my time, and crossed paths with your people on more than one occasion.
They're your people too.
We are both of the same people, Solus.
The Dalish I met felt differently on the subject.
Can't you elves just play nice for once?
Yep, I just took some damage from the green mark on my hand because we're getting closer to the rift. That was kind of what I was talking about before.
Are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Premature execution. So what I was saying before about Solus having a different background, the Dalish didn't accept him, even though he's Dalish, right? He's an elf, and the elves didn't accept him. So that's kind of hinting that he's not what he seems to be. He looks elf, but evidently they didn't think he was elven. It's because the elves know something about him, or they can tell something about him that we can't see. So, one of those hints I was talking about. Okay. Let somebody else take the aggro, and then come up here and destroy these ranged guys first, because they do a lot of damage. Oh man. Did it work? Okay, yeah. I got him as he barriered, so. Because these things have barriers like mages. Alright, great. Is he attacking me? No. Okay. But he will now. I'm going to stealth. Okay. Just a second. Alright. So if he turns and faces you, then you don't do additional damage, right? So that's why I waited a half a second for that ability to come up. Because if I drop stealth to auto attack, I'm not going to do very much damage. He's going to turn and face me, and then I won't get the damage bonus from my flanking for Twin Fangs. So.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
And that's
She's
yeah.
resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Right. Okay, there it is up there. So that's one of the things I was talking about with the challenges of the Dagger Rogue. Maintaining aggro and stealth and positioning and all that. Until you have enough ability points to stealth more reliably on demand, or have aggro threat reduction built into your kit, it can be challenging. I'm going to be able to put a point into my abilities here in just a second. Okay, so I took aggro, so I'm going to drop aggro. Alright. And then I'm going to disrupt the rift. If you disrupt the rift while these guys are still up, watch what happens. Boom, they all get stunned. So that's a really nice tactic when you're facing groups from a rift. Disrupting the rift interrupts, stuns, and does damage to all of the fade creatures that came out of the rift.
Hurry! Use the mark!
And then we can close it. Nice. We hit level 2, so now
The
we
rift
can
is gone.
buy an
Open the
ability
gate.
point.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment.
Alright, so I hit level 2.
Whatever
Nice.
that thing on your...
Let's pick an ability. So, let's see. I want, there is a free second stealth available here. If I can, right here. So, flank attack normally is not a great ability. It doesn't do very much damage. It does make you, if you're facing a foe, dash through them and then come at them from behind. But they just turn to face you immediately, so it's not really that useful. It also doesn't do very much damage. However, if you get right here, as soon as you complete the ability, you become invisible. So it's a second stealth. So that's what we're going to be aiming for, is to get Skirmisher. Very useful for Dagger Rogue. That's the only other stealth I can think of, actually. This is good, poisoned weapons, because of this right here. Most people get this because you're playing an archer and you do additional damage. And so they use this as an archer, and that's really useful. But I'm going to be getting this because we're going to need healing. And this, I think, is the only ability in the entire Rogue's kit that allows them to heal. And I think that's 5% per auto attack, but I could be wrong. But if it is 5% per auto attack, then you get off roughly 2 auto attacks per second. So if you have about 9 seconds after the animation for the cast is over, and you get all of your attacks in, that's about 5% times times 16. That's 5% times 16. That's 50, and then 30, 80%. So that's about an 80% heal, if I'm reading that correctly. But we're gonna have to test it, but I am gonna get it. I'm just hoping it is as useful as I'm reading it. Right? Sometimes it seems better, and it's not once you get it. This is really important. Threat reduction when you're attacking from behind. This is 100% threat reduction, so it basically makes them ignore you. You could be doing the most damage, and they will never turn to face you as long as you have this. So this is really important for a Dagger Rogue. That being said, I do want a second stealth first. Okay. Second stealth is going to be useful more overall for dropping aggro, because it's going to drop aggro from all ranged characters as well. Whereas this threat reduction is only for the character that you're behind. So we are going to go for this first. Like I said, I don't like this ability. It doesn't do very much damage. But once we have Skirmisher, it'll be worth it. Okay, we're going to swap those. Whoops. Like so. Okay.
Anders, it's useful.
Here we go. A little bit of a cutscene here in just a minute. Oh, actually, we're going to get some loot. I think we get another dagger. No, we get an upgrade for her. So it's not up for us. We can't even equip it. It is for warriors only. So we're going to go ahead and give it to Cassandra. That's the only new item we have. Here we go.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead. We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
I'm standing right here.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
You shouldn't even be here! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
And this is our first choice. I do love this about Dragon Age Inquisition. They try to do this in a lot of games that BioWare makes. BioWare does a good job with this, but in this game in particular, I like how BioWare did a lot of these choices. So there are consequences to your actions. If I take the mountain path, I save the scouts. If I take the soldier's path, I lose the scouts. So either way, I save someone and I lose someone. And so the story, if you pay attention, does a really good job of making it feel like your choices have consequences. I'm going to go ahead and save the
Use
scouts.
the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Chantry. If you've played Dragon Age 1, 2, or Inquisition, then you may not like the Chantry either. They're very overzealous, controlling. Yeah. They make religion look bad. Give people who believe in a religion a bad name, if you ask me. It's like taking the extremists of any religion and giving them the worst qualities ever, and then calling them the Chantry and putting them in the game. Basically what they did. Okay. Let's go. So, we are going to take the mountain path and save the scouts.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Alright, so there's a fight up here. I'm going to wait until my people join me. It's going to take them a minute. Here they come. Once they're all here, I will go ahead and stealth. As soon as I step around the corner, they come after me. So, go ahead, guys. Really, Varys? Or Varric? That didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Ooh, stay frozen, stay frozen. Boom, there's a shatter. Okay. Okay, it's about done. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and, if I can, there we go, got it.
Dead.
Backstab plus a shatter. Alright, that works. Let's keep moving. So, Varric took a lot of that damage there. He was tanking for some reason. Decided to show off and then used a potion. On Nightmare difficulty, like, you're gonna go against some fights that require you to use a lot of your potions. And then you have to go all the way back to get more potions because you ran out. It's a bit of a thing. Cool. Got some upgrades. Nothing else. Let's go ahead and equip this stuff. So I should be doing even more damage now because I have a second stiletto. Let's see if I got correct. Yep. So we're getting the flanking damage bonus. And then, hold on. I want to give, I think it's a weapon. Yeah, it's over here, shields. We're going to give this to Cassandra. Slightly better. One more armor and some willpower. So, and it looks cool. There she is. She's got her new shield on. Okay. Remember, keep an eye out so you don't take aggro from being the first person. So there's going to be a fight up there. We're going to have to send our people ahead of us. It's a good habit to get into, but it's going to be impossible for some fights in the game. So it's a good thing to have stealth so you can drop aggro as soon as the fight starts. But you take a lot of unavoidable damage if you don't use your party effectively. Okay. Okay, there's the freeze. So we're going to do the shatter. Plus the backstab. We get lots of damage off. Okay. I took some aggro from one of the ranged guys. So I was doing too much damage. Okay. So I'll do this. Solus is taking a lot of damage from these wisps, I think. Go. That worked out pretty well, so you can see how those two attacks work together. One makes you pass through the enemy, and then you backstab immediately. But it doesn't do that much damage. It's mainly going to be used for stuff. Okay. Man, they're not dropping anything. No luck. Oh, wait. No, they didn't drop anything. Solus is taking a lot of damage. He's going to use a potion here in a minute. Thankfully, their AI is already set up a little bit, so yeah, you can customize their AI later on. But all right,
Yes, we found the soldiers.
there's some dead
That
scouts,
cannot
but
be all of them.
we're gonna go save the
So
rest of them.
others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our elven friend here.
So I only took 2 hits that fight, and see how low my health is? Yeah, it doesn't take much. And that was the wisps, the weakest creatures that were hitting me. And I still took that much damage. Alright, so disrupt the rift first. Alright. Alright, that's it. We got them all.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive. Just
Or not.
barely.
There we go. Ooh, these guys. I hate these guys. Boom. Okay. Got that guy. Okay. Okay. Now we can close it.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
And no kidding.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra.
There's the rest
I
of the
don't think we
scouts.
could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. He insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
It was worth the risk.
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
Okay. Looking for
Down
drops.
the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Cool. Nice. I'm not going to use the bow. And actually, I don't even think I can use the helmet for level 6 only. So, can't use that either. Alright, let's keep going. So now we're going to see where I would have gone if I had chosen to go the lower path with the soldiers. By the way, you don't want to just jump off, because you do take lots of fall damage in this game. So you want to click on the ladders, otherwise you'll kill yourself. And the only way to heal is with potions. And you only have a limited quantity
So,
of those.
holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Isn't it beautiful, this game? They do such a good job in BioWare on the game environments. It's really cool
The
looking.
Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Little details.
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
So, this is the battlefield that we would have come to if we had chosen the other option, and these are all the soldiers that died and got burnt to a crisp because we didn't choose that option. So the game, unfortunately, doesn't do a good job of telling you that these soldiers all died because of your choice, but that's what happened. These soldiers all died because we chose to go save the scouts. If we had been here, not nearly as many of these guys would be here right now. So if you're looking at this battlefield, seeing all these poor people, that's our fault because we saved the scouts instead. So that's kind of what I was talking about with this game, doing a good job of making you feel the consequences of your actions. They didn't have to show you that, right? Didn't have to have you come that way. It could have been an instanced map that just didn't spawn in, but they made you go through it to show you what you didn't choose to do, which was save all those poor people. Soldiers. But that is one of the things I like about BioWare and this game in particular.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try.
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Alright, here we go. She makes it sound like it's really hard to get to.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
What's going on?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Warn them!
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
That's where I woke up. Being chased down by those
there.
monsters.
Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Oh, big boy. It's pretty much impossible to kill this thing. You just have to follow some certain mechanics. You have to get it low enough for the cutscene to trigger. Yeah. Can't damage him when he's in that armor form at all. Like, literally, look, the armor doesn't go down at all, no matter what damage he takes. So, the only way to do damage to him is to disrupt the rift, and then come over here and do some damage. But we're not doing much. Okay, so I'm going to disrupt the rift again. There we go. Okay.
More coming through the rift!
Yep. More enemies, I saw. Alright, so I aggroed them immediately because I disrupted the rift. So, can't disrupt it now. I'm gonna have to take out these guys first. These little ones. If I can. Solus is taking damage. I just took a lot of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Alright. Disrupt the rift. He's in his armor form. Okay, do some damage, people. Get this guy out. Probably not going to do enough here. Going to have to do at least one more disruption of the rift. Okay. I don't want to take damage, so I'm going to stealth. Oh, man. Did so much damage there. Alright, going to disrupt the rift. We just lost Cassandra. Okay. Okay, going to stealth. And try to res Cassandra. I lied when I said I wouldn't be using this. Sometimes it's useful in finding where a person died so you can res them. That's her right there. Can't really get to her very easily though. So maybe I should attack this little guy first. Nope, nope. Okay, so I can get to her. I came out of stealth for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't attack anybody. So resurrect Cassandra, or resuscitate, whatever you want to call it. Okay, little guy. Turn to go down. Whoa, I'm almost dead. Okay. I'm gonna use that potion. Oh, great. I need to disrupt the rift. No! Oh, man. Alright, I gotta stealth. Go after somebody else. Come on. Okay. Disrupt the rift. Do not interrupt me, please. Alright. This will be the last one. If I can get him low enough, then I don't need to res anyone else. Okay, almost got him. I think I need to stealth and resurrect somebody though. I can't seem to take him down by myself. I don't do enough damage. Alright, here's Liliana came back. Let's get Solus, and then I'll disrupt the Earth one more time and that should do it. Okay. So this is the very first boss battle of the game. And as you can see, it gets actually incredibly difficult. Whole party's dying constantly. Alright, so that did the trick. Now I will seal the rift.
Do it!
We did it. Very cool.
Oh. I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
That's all right.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then we're safe.
And the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Okay. Alright, let's get our stuff. This is, I guess, some pre-order items. Dagger at the dragon, armor at the dragon, and then some schematics. And then here, some loot we didn't pick up. Okay. This is cool. They basically worship us now, because we closed the rift and saved everybody, so, look, they're all lined up saluting us. So our next goal is to find Cassandra in the Chantry and talk to her, and that leads to the cutscene in the beginning of the story, and then we go to the next zone and start doing exploration and fighting and all that stuff. But before that, I typically explore as much of the town as it'll let me, because you can still go into the buildings and stuff, and it's just easier when everyone isn't walking around getting in your way. And while they're out doing this, it's a good time to go into everybody's houses and find all that stuff that's hidden in the game. Dragon Age, BioWare does a good job of hiding stuff everywhere in the map. So if you fully explore, you get a lot of free stuff. So I'm not going to make you guys watch that. The point I'm getting at is we're going to end the episode here. And then when I begin the next episode, it'll be at the beginning of talking to Cassandra and the Chantry and continuing the storyline and the game. I'm not going to make you guys watch me hunt for every little thing in all the houses and all that exploration of the map. So you'll just get to watch me do the interesting stuff, not the boring stuff. So anyways, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please come again. Check out the channel and check out the next video. Watch the playthrough. Please comment. I promise I read all the comments. I love responding to all of the comments in the comment section. It makes my day. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.